Let's build for the Stryk. Now at first glance the stats for this weapon may be a little bit underwhelming because it literally has the worst damage of any pistol in the entire game, but I think it makes up for it in the fact that it's the only full auto pistol in the entire game, and because of that, it's a really unique and fun weapon to use. It has a magazine of 20, total ammo of 160, rate of fire of 909, damage of 36.8, accuracy of 52, stability of 60, concealment of 29, threat of 8, and reload time of 2.1. The accuracy and stability of this weapon is exactly the same of any of the other Glocks in the game, but what really makes it stand out is that 909 fire rate. No other pistols come like that out of the box. What does that mean? That means with all of the skills that increase effectiveness with each shot hit are almost instantaneously activated with this weapon. And this thing becomes a freaking powerhouse if it's modded properly. So now I'll look over my skills and then we'll see how I'd run one modded. For skills, you want nothing in Mastermind. Nothing here will make this Stryk any better. In Enforcer, under Tank, we want Resilience Basic, Die Hard Aced, Shock and Awe Aced, and Bullseye Aced. Under Ammo Specialist, we want Scavenger Basic, Bullet Storm Aced, Extra Lead Aced, and Fully Loaded Aced. Before we go on to Technician, there's one crucial thing you should know about the Stryk. Because the Stryk's a pistol, all of the skills that say your SMGs, LMGs, assault rifles, and special weapons fired in full auto mode will not work. They just don't apply to it because it doesn't count. It counts as a pistol. Here's a full list of skills that will not increase the effectiveness of the Stryk. But the skills that you'd actually be worrying about here are Surefire Aced, Lock and Load Basic, and Body Expertise. Both versions. In Technician, under Oppressor, we want Steady Grip Aced, Lock and Load Basic, and Surefire Aced. In Ghost, under Artful Dodger, I got Duck and Cover Basic and Parkour Basic. I got these two skills because I had a few leftover points and it was just nice to have. Under Silent Killer, I got Second Wind Basic, the Professional Basic, and Specialized Killing Aced. I'll let you know why I didn't ace the Professional shortly. In Fugitive, under Gunslinger, I got Equilibrium Aced, Gun Nut Basic. I didn't get Gun Nut Aced because the Stryk already tears through ammo as is. I didn't need to make it any worse. One-Handed Talent Aced, Desperado Aced. This skill right here is why I didn't get the Professional Aced, because with my mods and this skill, I'm getting more than enough accuracy. And Trigger Happy Aced. I usually never pick up Trigger Happy because getting more stacks for it doesn't refresh the 10 seconds. So as soon as you hit that first shot, you gotta make your other shots count, and even then it'll just get cut short. But with the Stryk, because it's full auto, you don't really realize when this skill goes away, because as soon as it's gone, you get it right back. That's what makes this weapon so wonderful. I decided on ex-presidents for my pork dick. It works well with the Stryk's fast damage and quick reload. With those skills and no DLC, you can get a magazine of 37, total ammo of 200, damage of 65.9, accuracy of 72, stability of 100, concealment of 19, threat of 0, and reload time of 1.4. The damage looks okay right now, but you have to remember that Trigger Happy Aced really helps bring that up about 80% damage in game. So realistically you'll be pushing about 116 damage per shot with this thing. I have this one modded with the Monolith Suppressor, the Combined Module, the Laser Grip, the Extended Magazine, and the stock. The Eagle Eye would have already noticed that there's two laser sights on this pistol, but one adds accuracy and the other one adds stability. You can probably get away with using the Tactical Pistol Light since we've already maxed out stability, but this is funnier to me. With DLC, it gets even better. The damage is now 67.3, accuracy is now 80, and the concealment is now 17. Everything else stayed exactly the same. I have this one modded with the Jungle Ninja Suppressor, the Polymer Flashlight, This is like one of the only 2 weapons in the game that the Polymer Flashlight actually looks good on, so I'm going to use it as much as I can. The laser grip, because we need that extra accuracy, the extended magazine, the pistol red dot sight, just so I can look over this massive suppressor, and the stock. How does it work in game? Like I said earlier, there really is no ramp up with the Stryk because it's full auto, so you're putting out a lot more damage than it actually looks like. I recommend running basically any primary explosive weapon that you can get your hands on with this thing. You need that extra crowd control because the magazines on this thing wear out fast. Typically I'll run the little friend grenade launcher, only because it has an assault rifle stapled to it and that's really useful. You'll want to use this Stryk on maps that have a decent amount of cover. Because we're using a grenade launcher in Ex-Presidents, if you've taken a little bit of health damage and you just want to cash in all the health you have in reserve, all you really need to do is shoot yourself in the foot with it. By the time you've loaded in another grenade, you've probably already restored your armor and health. There are times that you will lose your armor and then gain it back in basically the same frame. That's really freaking cool if it can save your game, but I would not rely on that as a survival tactic. But it is really funny if you're going toe-to-toe with a bulldozer, and your armor gets broken and regenerated instantly. At that point, you've essentially just healed off of killing a bulldozer, so good job. That being said, there are definitely more practical weapons in the game than the Stryk, and I would not recommend using this on 1 down. But it is probably one of the most fun weapons in the entire game, and I'd recommend trying it out on at least 1 heist.